Now, the one thing about the contact thing as far as him stretching, because he goes in his own little outline, and remember I said, biggest thing is that we need to ride his hind legs to your hands more. And you're a little bit leery of having him being a little heavy in your hand. You know, so if he's light, think of it. What is a stretch circle? What should be shown in a stretch circle?
He's gently going down a bit.
He should take the contact that you yield or give him downward. But the problem with that is that when you're riding him normally, your contact isn't 100% there. It's not going through. In other words, with these type of horses, it's very easy to get triggered into the fact that they're light. You know, they're light in the hand, and they pose, they have a nice pose. But to really ride them through, you have to be able to take a little bit more feel.
Yeah.
And when you take more feel, he gets a little crankier.
He's sort of a filter.
Okay?
Yeah.
So he's kind of trained you in that fact, and you know, you have to try to make it your goal that you ride him a little bit more into your contact. Keep the bit up in his mouth and ride him with more feel so that when you do let go, he's appreciative and he drops himself to the contact. But right now he's just saying, okay, that's that feel she's given me, but I'm not really 100% through the hind leg to the hand. Out in front, keep his neck in front of him, because there he's too curled.
Does that mean I don't have enough bend?
Not enough bend?
Yeah.
No. It means that he's hiding behind the contact. He's not going to the contact.
I know what curling is, but I just wondered if he's not bent enough.
Nope, it's not about the bend here. It's about the fact that he wants to take your hand forward and outward. Give more with your arm. Give more with your arm.
So, we just go forward? I don't have any more option. Good. Oh, you let the rain out more?
Yeah, let it out more. Now, and sometimes just do this with your hand, a little of this. Say, go on out, go on out. Yes, the nose should be a little bit in front of the vertical when they stretch down and out. Not the nose, you see the forehead and you see the nose going back, but it needs to be a little bit ahead of the forehead of the horse. A little better. Now take your contact. Ride him up into the contact, get the pole up, and a little shorter rein, because I don't want to see a lot of rein being loose. And you just cut that corner. Into your right rein, half alt right. You have to receive him in that right rein, because there he's turning his head, but he's not keeping his neck straight. Yes, keep the neck straight when you're flexing and pushing him sideways. Over. Over. Keep the neck straight so he's on that right rein. And a little upward half halt, because I don't want him avoiding the contact by going curling up, over, over. Half halt right. And left leg, just like you ride a leg yield. He does a leg yield beautifully when you ask him for a leg yield, but then you ask him to go in the corner, and he can't do it. He wants to trail that left hind in. Up, out, yeah, up and out, and trot on. Forward. Now in your corners. And it's exactly how you ride a leg yield. Left leg, right brain. Each time you sit. Keep in there, yes. Yeah, keep the feeling up in your hand. Feel like he's sitting in your hand a little bit. Not that you lose that feeling. Into it, half hold right. That's it, swing your hips. Swing, 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 swing. Keep him up. And then let me see a leg yield down center line.
Where do you want me to go?
That way.
Huh?
To the right.
I know, all the way to the...
Yes.
That's or whatever.
All the way over. Keep him on that right rein. Yes. That was fine. Which way was he tilting? On the left hand or the right
I
hand?
think that way. I was surprised. That's the good way. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, but every corner you have to eat up. And that, that every day you ride, it's got to be 100% committed to riding him in the corners. And say, no, it's going to be different now. And then turn left and then turn right. Bending left, keep him up. Keep him up. And going to your hand. Yes, keep him up and going to your hand. I don't want to see loose rein. Now bend the corner and support with a little bit left leg.
That's my
Yes, bending with your right leg, but keep supporting with your left leg. Keep him up. Keep the pole the highest point of, that's right, keep him up. I don't want him in a fake outline. Down the center and ride your leg yield from your right leg to the left rein. Keep him up. Left rein. Get him over. Half a left more. Yes. Yes. That's it. Now, no, don't let him dive. That's not. And keep your contact. Keep the bin up in his mouth. Keep his neck up. And again, the crown piece is up. Keep him up there. Yes, use your leg when he dives, a little half hold up and lower, and use your lower legs to maintain it. Again, leg yield. Forward, don't slow down in the hind leg. Keep him up. Half hold left again. Little more, come on, keep his shoulder go. Yes. Good. 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 Now keep sitting. Keep sitting. In. Let your hips go front, and sit. In each step. Keep him up. No slower. Close your lower leg a little bit more against his body. Just let your lower leg sit on his barrel a little bit more without coming on and off and on and off. Keep in. Squeeze. Hug. Yes, hug and sit. Hug and sit. Stay sit. When you sit the deepest, close your calf. Sit, hug, sit, hug, sit, hug, sit, hug. Together, both legs together. Yes, feel the barrel of it with your calves. It's okay, keep them up. Keep your contact. And don't be afraid of him getting a little heavy in your hand. Haunches in. Flexion, both hands left. Both legs, come on. Both legs, keep it going, keep it going. Atta girl, little more angle if you can do it on the next long side. Now put both legs on, hug him. Lively, keep him lively here. Now, haunches. Really, come on. Really. Touch him with a whip. Come on, tap, 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 tap. He's not giving an effort there. Now into the corner, good girl. Carry your hands, and close your fingers. Now haunches, like you mean it. Come on. Yes, come on. Left hand a little more left to grab that hip. There you go. Good, good, good. Come on. Maintain it. Good. Come across the diagonal. And wide haunches to the right. Come on. Don't let him lose that shot. And now diagonal. And haunches. Both hands left. Come on. Flexion right. Flexion right. Let the shoulder there. Now haunches. Come on. Touch it with a whip. Come on. Both hands left. Both hands left. Exactly. If you can do a good haunches in down that long side, right? What's the difference if you don't have a rail? So don't think half pass. Think haunches in on the diagonal. Now haunches into the left. Really. Like you mean it. Keep the flexion. Apple right into the right high. Now. Yeah, think. Flexion into the right left shoulder. Apple into the right high. Not. You're losing it. Sit in. Now haunches. Really. Flexion. Nostril in line with his shoulder more. Now half hold right. Come on. Touch him with a whip. Get him to cross. Get that hind leg coming under more. Yeah, really. And keep him up. Keep him up. All that you have to be concentrating on. Is he up? Am I half halting? Is his nose in line with his point of his shoulder? Right rein to the right if you need more hip, and then give him a half hold at the same time and tap for the rip at the same time. Tap and half hold. There you go. Good girl. Ask for it. He's only going to give you as much as you ask for. If you don't ask for it, he's not going to give it to you. Now come across the diagonal and line haunches to the left. Get your shoulders on the diagonal, Sandra. Put the shoulder on the diagonal. Now wide haunches. But keep the shoulder on the diagonal. Keep him flexed. Not enough flexion. That's right. Yes. I want you to think, come out of the corner with the shoulder up, but then as much haunches as you can get. Yes. Now, shoulder on the diagonal. Now go. Half hold left. Really, grab the left eye. Touch with the whip and half hold at the same time. Really, tap it. Come on, tap it. Yeah, and keep him flexed to the right when you do tap it. And one more time to the left. Come on, right into him. Sit in. Sit in. That girl. Now, shoulder and go. Haunches. Yes, come on. Keep riding that. Keep riding that. Keep riding that. God, careful. Don't let his shoulder go too much. Yes, good girl. Best one you've done ever to the left. Now let's get it to the right, okay? And then I give you a break. Ride straight ahead. Yeah, ride straight ahead. Liven his trot. Do a few forward steps. Then half hold left into the left high. Slow it down. And now forward. Sit in. And slow it down. And sit in. Good. Now out of the next corner, get your flexion. But that left rein is got to take more half hold into the left eye. If you feel this next half hold left. Come on, really, both hands left. Close. Like you're hanging on. I don't care if you're hanging on it. Do it. Get a reaction. Good girl. Good girl. Better. It's not perfect, but it was better when you asked for more, you know. And if you take both hands to the left, go across the diagonal like that. Go. Come on. Come on. More. And that. Now
really, stop that shoulder. Stop it by taking your right hand to the left as well. And then sit to the right. You gotta be a little bit more in your right seat bone. Do it one more time. Across the diagonal, lengthen, and then come in half past right. Like you mean it. Come. Come on. A little touch with the whip there. And back. Keep your hands up. Short range. Sit in. Now. Start now. Haunches. Both hands to the left. Hard. And now hip. Sit to the left, right. Step right. Come on. Step right again. Step right again. Both hands left. Hard. Hard. That girl. Come on. Step right. That's right. Good. Oh my God. I could ride that hard.
Holy cow.
Good. You'll see it in the video. The last one was the best one. But that's because you took a little more charge and you weren't afraid that, oh my God, he's leaning so much of my hand.
Oh, did you ever find the governor again?
What is it?
He's talking now. I have to ask Diane first.
Yeah.
October 8th, it would be a Wednesday.
Sure. Why not?
Now you keep wanting to go to Christie.
You know, I know you're doing your first level stuff, but I'm going to go on with you. You know, I want to get going a little bit more and get, if you can ride good second level stuff, you're going to be able to ride good first level stuff.
Yeah, that's what I mean. When I look at second level, there's stuff you can do so much better. It's just, I saw collected trotting. I thought, well, collected, I think it's collected canter too, isn't it?
The collected canter is going to be the issue. Because again, the issue is the fact that you need to feel more contact. You won't get a collected canter on silken thread reins.
But you know, that's all you hear. And so you finish. That's the goal. And I know.
But
I
it,
gotta have it in your hand before you get that.
exactly. Well, you got to get it in your hand and then be allowed to let go and still have the horse stay in self-carriage. But not with, it takes a real professional to be able to ride with silken reins. Let's say that,
Okay, that helps.
okay?
So that's, you know what you're saying, it's never
Yeah,
gonna
it's,
happen. Yeah,
it-
okay. Okay, well, that's good to know.
because before we can get him to really sit down in the canter, he, number one, has to have the impulsion to jump off his hind legs, and you have to have the contact to control the hind leg. Good boy. Okay, take contact. That's it, keep him up. And keep a good steady feel. Don't let your hands get too busy taking your heel. It should be close finger, and boom. He's there for you. You shouldn't do too much like on the rein. Let's do that again. Drop your reins. Good for you. Yes, your corners are far biggest point that you need to think about? Yes, nose is good there. That's good. That's it. That's how I want him walking. You'll see it on the video. And take your contact. Now shorten your reins, slide your hands down to where you want to take the contact. Now shorten your right rein, and it should be there, bam, in the contact. Good. Swing your hip, both hips at once. Both hips at once. You have a tendency to swing left, right. Don't let the horse put you in that habit. Think both hips forward at once. Because in the canter, that's exactly what happens to you in the canter. In the canter, you kind of sit on top of him. I want to see you sitting more on his back, into his back, with more both hips working together. And then canter. Sit. Both hips at once. Both hips at once. Little shorter range. In. And don't be afraid to have him meet a contact in the canter. Sit in. And sit to the right a little more. You're sliding to the left. Step down into your right stirrup. Step down, step down. Be careful how hard you step because that'll slow him up. Come on, backwards. Think backwards. Contain his canter more. Contain the canter more. How much can you make that canter go backwards? Come backwards. Carry your hands a little more. Keep them a little more separated. You get a little bit too thumbs kissing one another too much. Sit. Now sit in. Both hips together. Shoulders up. Sit in. Sit in. Sit in. Sit in. Sit in. Sit in. That's right. A little better in the contact. Keep it. Let him pull. You sit back. Back and hold him. Hold him when he starts pulling. That's the only way I'm going to get you to feel the contact that is necessary for collection. Back. Into the left rein a little more. When his neck goes up, up, up. Into the left rein. So every stride you should feel like you're making a walk transition. Sit in, backwards. Put the weight back in his rear end. Backwards, backwards, backwards. Yeah, backwards. And walk. Backwards. That's it. Don't
I know. I'm wiggling.
You look like a piece of jelly there.
No, of course.
It's not. No, that's just habit. Slam yourself. When I say and walk,
Slam yourself here and don't let it go.
I don't care how ugly it looks. If you think it looks ugly, just slam back. That's right. Now backwards. Right away, backwards. Elbows in. Back. 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 And walk. Left rein and walk. Slam yourself. Hold yourself. Stop wiggling. I don't want you to kind of move with your horse. Don't in that moment move. Let your hips move with him, okay?
Yeah.
Everything just stops And if he pulls, don't go like this and say, oh, I'm going to hurt you. No, he shouldn't be meeting your hands in a pulling way. Okay? Because that, again, is the key that you don't have his hind leg. And if you don't have it in the transition, you're not going to have it in each stride of the canter.
When I come from canter and walk, or canter and hop, should I half hop a couple of times
Yeah.
before I get there?
You collect, make the canters smaller, canter in the teacup, canter on the spot,
Okay.
and then boom.
And when do I execute the half hop? When his,
Neck goes up
all right,
into the outside rein. But that doesn't mean you abort the right rein either. It just means the left rein is rocking the weight back in that left hind, because that's the first stride of the canter. It's the one that carries the weight, where the inner one is the one that pushes, engages. But the outside hind carries.
but this is this is 101, and I just want to make sure I'm doing it right. When I ask for a canter depart, I give the half hop, not when the outside hind is back. I ask for it when the outside hind is on the ground.
Not on the ground. By that time, it's too late. Think of it as it's coming to the ground. Not as it's absolutely on it, pushing off.
Okay.
There's a fine line as it's going forward, because it takes a millimeter of a second to have your aid go through, right?
Yeah.
And that depends on the horse. Now, I could do it on Vinny with a thought, because I don't need that much leg, number one, and number two, it's just that feeling. I do.
He knows as soon as you get that. So half hop in the inside leg is
No, still outside high.
okay. So I'm not asking when okay.
Okay.
I got that coming down, because that makes a lot of sense. His leg's not even on the ground, so I've got that. I just didn't know when to use the half hop before I use the A canter.
I usually close it and go. Close up the outside hind and go.
So you don't, when I ask for the canter, I give a slight squeeze of the inside rein, inside leg, and then I ask for the canter. Then I ask.
Yeah, you can get it, but all that happens at once. It's not like I use it. It just happens. I mean, that's where you have to change your frame of mind thinking.
Okay.
It's got to be so natural that it just happens.
Okay.
But you have to make sure, your inner leg is at the girth, but you have to make sure that the horse is established to the outside rein when you use that inside leg. Because if it's all inside rein and inside leg, they're totally off the outside rein.
Yeah, I just give just a tiny little squeeze.
Yeah, because the first stride, to get good canter transitions, the horse has to mold in that outside rein. That's why horses' heads go up, because they're against it.
Against the out. And you
Yes.
saw that comment, didn't you?
Yes. Okay, let's change direction. And take your contact. Left leg into the right rein, like leg heel. Yeah, make sure he's walking up into the bridle. That you feel him up into the bridle and that you have a feel of his hind leg. If the outside hind is coming now, when you're ready, transition.
Now, now, now.
Walk him into the bridle. You carry your hands, keep them there. And walk.
Try, huh?
Sit. Don't wiggle. Cinder block. Good. Shoulders. Swing your hips. Swing your hips. And keep your shoulders open. And back. A little more backwards. Make him canter backwards on his, when his neck goes up, you want to feel you sitting down and making him sit into that right hind. Backwards. Separate your hands a little bit more. Stop it. That's not yet. We don't drop when we're supposed to be cantering. Sit. Keep it there. And when you transition back, you need more concrete in the saddle. That was good. Into the right rein. Into the right rein more. Touch him with a whip and into the right rein. He can't receive the half halt as, in other words, you have to back up that half halt with a little bit more leg because all he's thinking about is saying, oh, she wants a transition. You've got to find how much leg and half halt you need to keep him together and cantering backwards and up. Now halt. Half halt, halt, sit. Don't drop your neck. Don't go like this. Don't disconnect any part of your body. Use your core. Your core is your back. Isn't it? Like
It's going to be a good video.
Okay. Contact.
No, we're not gonna do the counter.
Right rein. Get him. Keep him over there. He's not going to do that to you. That's right. And. Nope. Broad, right rein walk. Concrete. Stick your stomach forward when I ask you to walk. Think about doing that because you have to use your core if your stomach's out in front of you. And canter. Good. Stomach front, front, front. Open your chest, open your shoulders. Keep it. Keep it. Good. That was, that was better. As far as your shoulders went and your open chest, and you didn't wiggle so much like a little worm. Good. Now open your chest and put your stomach out. Open it, stomach out. Shoulders strong. Right rein. When his neck goes up, you sit him in that right rein. Shoulders open. Chest out, stomach out. Up and collect and halt. Stomach out. Push it out. Push it out. Push it out. Doesn't matter. Push it out. Yes. Walk a few steps and canter. Right away. Keep him up. Don't let him pull you. Open your chest, stomach front. No, don't collapse your hips like that. Keep your stomach in front of you. No. Feel that right high. Keep it. Feel the right high. Careful that you don't overdo your left leg. All right. Stomach, stomach, stomach. Stomach, stomach, stomach. Let it, your hips flow forward, keeping your stomach ahead of you.
Not a problem.
Huh?
Not a problem.
Keep them back. Ask if the canter collected. More collected. Collected. Touch it with a mitt and collected. Then just jump uphill and collect. Shorter steps. Shorter. Short up. But don't let it die down when you go shorter, because this is what happens. The moment that now it's better with your back. The moment that you ask him to collect, he dove down a little bit, and then he's on his shoulder. Now this isn't going to happen overnight, because, but this is the things you should be striving for. And with that video now, you can go watch it, where a lot of people take videos and they never watch them. No, I'm not kidding, like Miss Diane. Go watch them and study them. Yeah, we do it one more time, but I don't want him to stop and break. Open your chest. Yeah, stay there. Stay there with your chest. Keep yourself there. Keep it together. Keep it together. Tell him to go back. That's right. Tell him. Yeah, tell him. Open your chest. Tell him to go back. Back. Open your chest. Back. 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 There you go. Now walk. Keep back. But that canter, I want you to watch that canter at the end and this canter. He was slightly cantering, carrying more weight in the hind leg.
And that was just a regular canter. That's not.
That's the kind of canter we need to have before we even start collecting it.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No.
And the stretch circle will work on once you start riding with a little more contact. All right? Because I do think that has been it always takes a little longer with you, Sandra, to get you where I need you to go. Just like the spurs. How long did it take to wear spurs? And I think you start understanding you're going to need more connection before you can start riding this horse higher level.
Oh, you know how I am, I don't want to hurt him, I don't want him to buck, I don't want him to, Jesus. He's fine.